Tom Watson was met by an angry caller, known as Mark, who warned the deputy leader about the consequences of Labour's Brexit position. The Labour Party have called for the UK to remain in a customs union when Britain leaves the European Union. Labour's Sir Keir Starmer has also said even though the party's preference is a general election, all options remain on the table, including another Brexit vote, should the Prime Minister's Brexit deal get voted down in the House of Commons. But, hosting an LBC show, Mr. Watson clashed with a caller, who warned the party about abandoning Brexit-supporting Labour voters. The caller said, "Before the Labour conference I was speaking to a friend of mine who has been a lifelong Labour supporter but he also voted to leave the EU. I said to him, if the Labour Party come clean as the anti-Brexit party backing a second referendum, if it goes to a general election, what will you do? Who will you vote for? If the Conservatives stand on a manifesto that says they are truly leaving the EU lock, stock and barrel," he said, "well, he thinks you are disgraceful ratting Remainers already." He said he would never vote for the Labour Party ever again anyway. Brexit news. Tom Watson was warned by an LBC about betraying Leave voters. Image, LBC Getty. He said he would never vote for the Labour Party ever again anyway. LBC caller Mark. He said he would actually hold his nose and vote for the Tories for the first time. The caller then criticised the government's handling of Brexit, accusing the civil service of disrupting negotiations. He said, "I think the Tories, they are an absolute disgrace. It is all Remainers, Ollie Robbins, running the show. None of them want to leave." Labour's deputy leader Mr. Watson stepped in, pointing out Ollie Robbins, who is serving as the permanent secretary at the Department for Exiting the EU, works for the government. He said, "Hold on a minute, Ollie Robbins is an impartial civil servant. Mark, you're besmirching the guy's character. He works for the government. It is not a civil servant's responsibility. People doing this negotiation are the politicians. He does what he is told by his boss." Mark finished by claiming he thought both parties would pay at the ballot box at the next general election before he urged the Labour frontbencher to get out of London a bit more. Speaking in the House of Commons on Thursday, Brexit Secretary Dominic Raab warned the EU about a no-deal, should they refuse to budge in negotiations. He said, "There certainly is a risk of no deal, especially if the EU engage in a deliberately intransigent approach.